So I'm going to do little snippets as I am doing my Uber delivery because something incredible happened today. If you don't know me, I am trying to push myself to make vlogs of being an unemployed US citizen. I guess I really need to add that I am a software engineer, software developer, and I'm just kind of vlogging my everyday task as I'm trying to get another job or figure out what I'm going to do.
Using the left lane.
So I ran into two people today, and back to back, they were actually writers, and I like to talk because I'm a talker. And says slow down. Oh my gosh, people have some throat rage here. So I'm gonna try to just do my video fast. Not fast, but like, this is very bad video. Hold on. Let me just park. Okay, so this is my next video of being an unemployed software engineer. And I wanted to just get on and share today. Today is my next Sunday of doing videos. And I do Uber right now for some side money to pay for my bills as I'm still looking for a job. And I had the most interesting people that drove after I went to church. They gave me a lot of hope. I don't know, sometimes we just get in these conversations, and the first person was a lady, and she's from Ecuador, so she's from Latin America. And we were talking about, like, I told her I might, because she moved to, I was talking about, like, she shared with me that she moved to a new state after she got through something personal, and she doesn't know anybody, and she moved to Chicago. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been to Chicago. And she's like, yeah, I mean, I wanted to just start fresh, new, and she did that. And I was like, wow, that's so interesting. And I told her, I was like, I might be doing that soon. And I'm like, but I don't know if it's a good move. It's in Chile, and it's a job that I need, but it's a pay cut. And I kind of want to just get back into my work with my degree. And she said, that sounds exciting. I thought, like, coming from Ecuador, being in the US, that she would be a little discouraged, because kind of like how the guy from Chile, my possible manager was, I thought she was going to say the same thing. Like, oh, don't do that. It's Latin America. People don't make a lot of money. And, she was like, oh my gosh, that sounds like a great opportunity. I told her, I was like, yeah, but it's a pay cut and I don't know anybody. And she's like, sometimes the scariest things are the best decisions. And I'm like, okay. She's like, good luck to you. And I hope I think you should go for it. And then, so the next person I did a ride. It was actually really close to my house. And the guy was very interesting, and we ended up, like, he was like, oh, so do you do this? What do you do for a living? Like, because he was like, this is probably like a side gig for you. And I was like, well, I'm a software engineer. He's like, oh my gosh, that's nice. And he's like, so what do you do? And I was telling him the languages I know, which is like Python, SQL. I didn't really want to tell him too much because I was just like, I didn't know what he knew. He's like, well, I'm a software engineer. And I'm like, yeah, I'm actually laid off right now. And so he was like, well, don't give up. And he was like, if you can just focus on Java, like, he was giving me advice on what languages to do or how to shape my thing by, like, taking some Udemy course, like, to take some courses. And he was just like, you should go towards more full stack or learn Java. But he's like, don't give up, but, like, try to spend your time learning and taking some courses, and then just don't leave a gap, which I already left a gap. But he was like, just so you can get back in there, and don't worry, you're gonna get a job, don't give up. And he's like, don't give up, and don't let this, like, control your whole time. And I was like, well, I can't just do this can't study full time, but I'm trying to do. And he's like, okay, so keep doing that, but, like, you can't add Uber, like, everything that I've been trying to make sure I'm second guessing myself, like, because when I talk to like HR people or management people, marketing, people are more concerned about the money, but he knew what I'm looking for. He's like, you cannot give up on that gap. You have to keep getting that tech experience back to back, even if it's projects. Because even though like this is paying, it's not going to look good on my career to keep moving. And he agreed. And I was like, well, I do have a job possibly, but I'm scared that I'm going to get a pay cut. And he was like, who cares? Just go for the experience, and like go so you can like add that in and then just keep learning. And then like in the future, if you want to move forward somewhere else, you just keep studying, like take some courses while you're doing it to meet the place that you really want to go. And it just made me feel better. Because like, you know, I've been doubting like this whole situation, because like regular Americans are like, you're crazy, you should stay here if you can make more money. But like my career, I worked so hard for it to just throw it away. And I just felt peace. He's like, don't give up. This was a plan. This was not for nothing. And just study and, you know, take that job. Take it. It's okay. You love it. He's like, just fall in love with a country. It's okay. And it just made me feel like really, really good. I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to get the brightness for this. I don't know how to do that. But yeah, it made me feel really, really good about like what I'm doing, because I really started getting a little nervous that like, oh man, this is so dark. That sorry, it's so dark, guys. That anyways, I don't like that it's dark. I'm just glad, like I was feeling really discouraged that like maybe I'm making a mistake, you know, going. And my son and I'm scared to leave my son and my mom, but my son he just messaged me today too. He's like, Mom, if you really want to go, you can go. He's 19 now, so I mean, he's the only person I really have besides my mom. That's like, I mean, I have like people, but like, you know, that are always like, I really can call them right away. And I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, I feel like I have people that love me, but they won't drop everything and then just come and get me. But my son and my mom will. And if they're okay, I'm okay. But like, I was just like, wow, like I met these complete strangers doing this job, and they kind of confirmed like to just go for it, to fill this gap. Because in my career, it's a little different. It's not like just any job with a college degree, with any degree. It's like staying in your field just so you can continue to grow. And he's like, yeah, it doesn't matter if you're international. He's like, you can get another job here in the US and, you know, with the experience, and then you just keep moving forward. And I was like, okay. He's like, just go for it, go. And I just feel better about my decision if I do get the job. I guess I was just like more of an update, you know, because I've been really second guessing the situation. Because of course, like I can start from scratch with a business, but I want some capital, like taking a risk. I just don't think it's a good idea right now. Like I've already tried a little bit, and I don't want to go. I don't want my degree to go to waste, because computer engineering and computer science, I did both, and I think it's worth it to give it a try one more time. And of course, like maybe I can get like a little side gig as well, but focusing on studying is more important. I actually have a book that I wrote because I was single for 12 years, raising my son by myself. Well, my mom helping me, but I was a single mom. And I'm almost done with it, so at least I have something that might be passive, but I definitely have to market it correctly. I kind of wanted that to be like my niche in YouTube, but I don't know, I just felt a little discouraged to share that I was a single mom. And I feel like I'm still a single mom because I'm not married. But if anyone wants to know more about that, that can be done too. But yeah, I'm just starting to get more confirmation that if I do get that job, maybe I can just, it will be a smart decision for my degree. And I shouldn't be scared. I don't know if unemployed US citizens, like, if we go through that, like going through, and then wanting to leave our country. A lot of people get scared to leave our country because of all the things that are happening. And that's what I got from my sister. She's not that type to go out of the country. But I think we're blessed. I'm blessed to be a US citizen because we're allowed to kind of go out, and get jobs anywhere. It's harder for other people. And yeah, I definitely just want to get back out there in my field. So I think it's a risk that I'm taking, but I think it will be better for me to take that versus, just keep waiting. I don't know if people go through that when it comes to being unemployed, is just taking risk. I know that I've met a few people in my lifetime that, had to just take something that was not expected. And, I think the most important thing is making sure my taxes will be taken care of, but I guess I can figure that out. I know I can still do my taxes. Oh, this light is better. I know I can still do my taxes, but just understanding like everything before I go is important, and like making sure I go to the doctor and the dentist is also like crossing my mind. But it's kind of weird. I'm like in a Facebook group when it comes to expats. I guess like whenever you're traveling outside of your country, you're called an expat. I never knew that. Someone was like, I asked them because I did a post on like how much would it cost, because it's expats in Chile, like Chile, people that are moving to Chile that are English speaking. And I was just like, hey, how much is it to ship your car to Chile? And so, some people are just like so entitled and rude. Like someone was being a little rude with me, and then I asked them, I was like, have you ever been able to ship your own car by yourself to Chile that cost $2,500? And he said, no, my whole family sold everything they had in the US and came here. So it's like, some people are just so rude on social media, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it will cost too much. So just processing all of this and still applying to jobs here, of course. It's gonna be scary just to be there forever.